Virginia Tech, and that means it's time for Enter Sandman. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe, that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. David Pollock and Jesse Palmer will join me shortly. For now, let's enjoy Enter Sandman. This game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Keith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hokies offense will have the football first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Right, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch.
He's loose. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David.
And it's slipped out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get and swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give to Davis. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Going to the run, it's Davis. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good. The hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass, it's Watson. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Here's the pressure. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal. They're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Right on the money. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans touching the figurative hokey stone, doing their part to help out on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He'll throw it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
It's complete to the left. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the ground. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. He's got it. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Cardinal! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team. while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football and then right away takes it upfield and gets some positive yards.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Watson. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Hokies will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. Saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you can tell it's great defense. Nice job getting the hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
Makes the catch. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And tackled there by the defense.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at second and short, second and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to you.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To throw, it's Watson. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Going to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Going up top. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. Just keep swinging it. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Watson. Here's a heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Lane Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the 1st down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. They'll ride Davis here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Those are the types of plays that drive head coaches crazy because you practice these situations all the time. That's a bootleg fake. And part of the reason why they like to get the quarterbacks out on the perimeters because at that point outside the pocket, if nothing's open, all you have...
He's going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Watson. Got him downfield. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Hokies will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here. Boom.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Makes the quick grab. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Hokies will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Hauls it in and looking upfield. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? And when they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Watson. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great way to move.
No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. And the kicker delivers to 3 to salvage that drive.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Final play of the quarter coming. The give to Davis. Running into the open space. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached a break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Here's the handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll go right back to him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Johnson. Turning it on. He got loose, almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. New set of downs after the completion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He's got it and still on his feet. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down.
Encroachment defense.
Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground because there's not much left. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal, where the strong come through. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Stanford! Quick strike through the air for the score. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point is good.
Guys, one of the oldest and most spirited rivalries in the FBS is being renewed today. Oregon and Oregon State are squaring off. Here is the latest. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Coming out with it, it's Connor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Finds his man. It's Wiggins. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to pass. It's Watson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it up to 25. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
They'll try. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Lining up to add another. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Johnson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think Jess
going for a big play right off the bat. He brings it down on the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so...
Throws for the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And it's no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So Stanford's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run. They get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got him. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys trying to rip it free. They scooped it, they scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. On the move. He breaks a tackle.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play. Clemson is quick to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that cover.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Hard in the backfield. It's Davis. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and 1, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap. You can take a sack.
Wide open spaces. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes...
It's a running room. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
He's got an open man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Back to pass. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. Touchdown, Cardinal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Braswell. Really nice gain, gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Jacobs. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Backed up now, here's second and long. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Breaks the ground at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. War Eagle. Auburn is putting on a show offensively. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up 14 over San Diego State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Offense at an empty set. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes they put you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48, and an explosive play gets this offense working. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Looking to throw again. Sends it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it over the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has him. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. From inside the 10, here he comes. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half if they...
Looking to take a shot. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
They'll ride Davis here. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Right back to the well. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame. They're up by 27 over the Stallions. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his hands.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Clemson. Once he got some room, it was over. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Right on target this time. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the run of the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Firing to the right, complete. It's a seam wide open. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going up top again. Under fire. Working that left side now. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. That's reeled in. It's Davis. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by the blitz. It's great to try and get extra bodies.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Great job by the DB on that play. How many times in these types of deep ball situations do we see pass interference? That cornerback could not have played that ball better.
QB draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the move, it's Braswell. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this deep.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Handoff to the lone batter. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's into the open down the middle. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back.
Oh, a lot of space. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Makes the grab down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Stanford!
And I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
This time he's got it. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know,
Kearney on the Jets. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Bennett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Got the 1st down himself. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal.
3:25.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 12 over Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He's got him this time. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw in the middle of the field, a lot of times quarterbacks are a little bit hesitant. When you're that open, it's easy to pull the trigger, easy to make the decision, make the read, get the ball to your receiver.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Thanks to grab. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Cardinals come to the line, needing a few inches to move the sticks. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got his man down the middle. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. It's complete to the left. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. Trying to find the end zone. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And they tacked on the extra point. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. And that one, I don't think, went the required 10 yards. It did not. Penalty marker is out.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.